Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Saba Community Parade. Today we're on location with Kevin here at Tri-County Brick. Before we do anything else, be sure, as you know, hit that share button because when you do, you're going to be entered in to win that $2,000 grand prize package that we're going to be drawing in July 31st. And who knows, Kevin, they may be spending the $2,000 right here on a barbecue, on brick, or you name it. We're going to take you on a tour right now and see everything that's going on because you've been rather busy right about now.
It has been a little nuts, especially with everybody spending so much time looking at their house. They're looking at things that they can renovate and do. Housing sales have just been through the moon. So we've been doing some interesting things here. In here is our main showroom that we show off all our bricks and stones and everything else. It's all part of seeing how people will purchase bricks and further outside of their exterior homes. My sister has been coming up with some really cool combinations lately just to get people away from doing the normal things and get into some more creative colors. And it's really been interesting. It's really been blowing my socks off of these new designs that she's been coming out with.
And I like you can mix and match too, right? Like I like that. And brick has changed so much through the years. And I guess, of course, it depends if you're going more traditional, more modern, what your plan of attack and approach is going to be.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a big trend towards white lately. Last year it was a lot of grays and things like that, and we're starting to see the end of gray coming into white. So we're having to change up our showroom in order to compete with what the newest styles are, and it's always interesting to me just to see the changes over the years. So.
Well, you have a really fun business. I mean, we're talking brick, and of course it is Tri-County Brick, but let's move on and see what else.
Sure.
Let's talk, I guess, next on the list would be fireplaces, which are huge
So,
right now as well.
We do have the electric fireplaces as well. The electric fireplaces are phenomenal, especially for new homes that are now these net zero homes and such. It's nice to be able to have these so that they're not actually producing any heat into the home. So often the biggest complaint that I used to hear about fireplaces was I can have it on for 10-15 minutes and then it just gets overwhelming. So it's kind of nice to have these options, especially for that main floor, in order just to give the ambiance without overheating you, which is kind of nice.
Well, and that's working with a lot of the builders now that are starting to build more and more into the net zero. That's the first thing I always hear people talking about is you want to go more electric fireplace so you're not altering, as you mentioned, Kevin, the temperature inside your home because you're wanting to be at that net zero consistently.
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
And we are seeing that trend. As I said, it's been very interesting to see the different trends as they go. We carry both the Amonte line and the Napoleon line, Napoleon being the one that everybody knows about, of course, an Ontario manufacturer. So moving over, we do have lots of gas fireplaces as well, and we also do wood. So in the gas fireplaces, we have both very modern and very traditional as well. And this is what we're seeing in some of these new trends. This is a newly installed fireplace here, and you'll see that white grayish color, those are the types of things that designers are looking for nowadays. And even that fireplace that we classify as more a traditional look over there is more into the grays and cream sort of colors that everybody's tends to go towards.
And with traditional being more like having the mantelpiece, having the bottom part of it as this would be more modern, being it built up.
And linear in shape and things like that. And it's just kind of cool to see the different trends. Another big thing that is part of our business, and especially driving right now, is solar tubes, which are solar tubes. They're actually basically like skylights, except they're only projecting light into the house. And because they're rounded at the top, they don't allow any moisture or anything else to come into the house, which is always the biggest concern about skylights. So it's kind of nice and interesting to see that.
And are you seeing that more in both traditional and modern houses? Or?
Correct. Like it's all across the board. People are always, especially as housing prices become more expensive and things like that, people are buying more semis, more duplexes, things that don't have as many exterior walls. And so having these allows them to get light, natural light, into the areas that they really need.
Really? Would that be in new builds, or can you renovate and do that too?
We do tons of renovations, probably way more renovations than what we do actually new builds. A lot of customers will build a semi or a duplex or whatever, and then call us in afterwards in order to that's that maybe that dark hallway or something else that they need lightened up. And it always impresses me. And I like the fact that customers are actually more excited about those than they are with gas fireplaces. It's kind
Well,
of
no,
funny that
it's
way.
like, but light makes a huge difference, right?
does,
So
for
that,
sure.
I didn't even think of that. I'm thinking, well, and then moving on, you've got everything. You can't miss the big green eggs now and the barbecues. And I swear, Kevin, like barbecues keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and longer and just they keep getting more exciting.
advanced.
Oh my gosh.
Here, let me just turn this one on. This one has a really cool function.
We could have been making lunch today, geez.
Sorry, guys.
Take this outside. Oh my goodness! But and you know, while you're setting that up, the big thing, like as you said, we've spent so much. Oh, that looks nice. We've been spending so much time at home, living space, inside, outside. The outdoor living spaces have shot through the roof, right? Like
Oh,
this
yes.
is becoming more and more popular. I'm assuming.
It is, and in the past, a lot of people didn't want to spend that kind of quality money and stuff on the exterior of their homes and such. But now that people are trapped indoors more, they're looking at how can we enjoy that stay vacation, and that's where we see a lot of people putting money into, whether it be barbecues like this thing, or we also sell lots of patio tables as well.
And I love it. We got to take a look at these tables because they're not just a patio table. They're going to light up and you're going to roast your marshmallows on them if you want or whatever you want to do, right?
Correct. Yeah, and there's lots of different dimensions and stuff. They have been a hot seller and things like that. We have very little of them left, but we do have lots coming in for this fall. It was amazing. I brought in 30. We normally only sell about 10 to 15 of these, and they're all gone already. It's all gone, so it's just crazy.
It really has changed. Like the market has shifted. Well, our mindset, we're here at home, so you're going to enjoy it at home. How does this, like, I'm curious.
Yeah.
This part, obviously, I don't think it's too hot by the
No,
feel
definitely
of this.
not.
So
So this is nice that you can set your drink and such on the
that's
outside.
what I'm thinking, like drinks and snacks, right?
Yeah, and then when you're not using it, of course, then you could just cover it up so that, again, you're having a meal or having friends over and don't need the heat or don't want, maybe it's the middle of the day and it's not going to be as vibrant as when it is at night.
And then you
cover it up.
light that part there and it like flames. I haven't seen this particular table lit up.
No, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we don't have the
No, I
gas hooked
don't
up
mean
here.
that. I just no. I'm just picturing it that comes here. So there's so if
So
you're
it's a
picturing
giant
this,
flame that
yeah,
comes
there's a
up
flame
here.
that comes up here. I have okay. This
Yeah.
is just picture this. Put yourself here, drink in hand. Flames are flying here. Yeah, it really. This is the fun part of the job, right?
Yes,
Like I
it
think
is.
like people come in with a vision in their mind, and you make it happen for them. That place to relax and enjoy life at the end of a work week or on a weekend or while we're at home enjoying life.
Yeah, and we're really finding that too. Like our sales staff is having a great fun time at it just because these are wants, they're not needs. So more people are excited about having this, that, when their friends all of a sudden can come back over, being able to sit around a fire and enjoy it.
Yeah, well, the want list definitely exceeds the need list, doesn't it?
Yes, it does,
always
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Anything else we want to add before we depart?
No, I think that's perfect.
All right, Kevin, Tri-County Brick, thank you so much for tuning in as part of the Saba Community Parade. Be sure to hit that share button at each of the Saba Community Parade locations. Every time you share, it's another chance you'll be entered to win the grand prize of $2,000 to be used however you like at one or any of our participating businesses. The winner will be announced on Saturday, July 31st.